Hello, folks. While I know everyone wishes Tom fit and well, in the meantime I decided to make a fun video, but with a purpose. For everything that follows over the next minute or two has been faked. I faked it all, but it was done for a laugh. Anyway, I'm sure Tom will enjoy it. The reason I've done it has a purpose, as I said, and I'll explain that later. So let's see what he's been getting up to since he got out of hospital. Tom, this is not a good idea. No, Tom, don't do it. Tom, don't do it. No. The creators of these videos will almost always refer to the guards as royal, and the location usually Buckingham Palace, neither of which is necessarily true. From the images below, not one of these men are British royal guards. Those of us who know a little about our military can spot most of the fakery straight away. In all three images, the insignia and uniforms are not Her Majesty's or His Majesty's Household Division Guards, and we don't wear our medals on the right. The two other images tell a story, but they're two different fake or foreign regiments which would rarely, if ever, be seen on UK royal duties. So you've been duped right from the start. And I haven't said anything about the storyline. While these videos may be seen as innocuous and just a bit of fun, they are in fact deliberately duping the viewing public for self-gain. For in some cases they get very close to stepping beyond their concocted storyline, potentially placing innocent people in danger. Here I return to one I mentioned earlier, which refers to a former protection officer who disappeared from his role of guarding Princess Charlotte after 7 years' service. A perfectly innocent event, but the story taken up by a number of these video groups have named guards and used young children, all of whom could well be placed in danger. Or am I wrong? Let's look closer. Here, just 3 examples of 7 regarding Princess Charlotte's protection officer. The first guard a foreigner, so would not be a protection officer. The second a Coldstream guard. The third an Irish guard. Other guards not shown include a Coldstream bandsman, a Welsh guard and another foreigner. all of whom, including the girls, I would suggest have been unnecessarily put at risk by image alone. And so now we come to our staged, set-up spoof selection, where everything is prearranged into fooling the viewer into thinking a real incident had occurred, and where the players are mainly characters in fancy dress uniforms into bother from visitors. But it's all faked. The incidents never happened. Here we have a young girl. Would you allow your daughter to be featured in such a video where she's claiming to be raped by the man behind her? I don't. Alongside that, we have the President of the United States demanding that a Royal Guard salutes him. It's just pure fakery all the way. But it's not just the guards, as the same fabricated incidents cover bullies on trains, planes and airports, dangerous dogs with children, wild animals menacing or thanking people, and equally faked incidents. However, I've left one very pertinent example of what is really concerning to me with respect to those people who suffer from health and mobility difficulties. For the last few months, there have been a plethora of these videos warning the infirm of huge changes to the blue badge scheme that will affect them. And so I decided to investigate how it might affect me. You may be surprised at my findings. Having seen quite a number of these warning videos, I paid a visit to the local council who provide the application forms and asked them what the changes were. To my surprise, they didn't know anything about them and made a few calls to the relevant authorities. No changes have been made, they said. So in effect, this was scaremongering on a grand scale that's been going on since late February and still going on. If that's the case, why has no one put a stop to these YouTube uploads that appear to be pure fake in origin? Now, you may not agree with my assessment of these videos, but when you read the viewers' comments to them, the majority have been drawn in, hook, line and sinker. Gullible folk believing everything stated and shown. I managed, deviously, to entice one uploader to admit his fakery. He justified himself by saying he only showed what could have taken place. But when I asked why he did not place a disclaimer according to IT rules, he did actually put one in the very next day, except that it was hidden within his YT profile. Very few others have done it, all seemingly because the videos make them a lot of money. It's all about fake headlines to earn easy money. I'll finish this video to show that there are indeed genuine videos where our Royal Guards do frequently get abused and disrespected every day at horse guards, and military barracks where the public are allowed free passage to get from one public area to another, but are also permitted to watch the changing of the guards, to take or have their photographs taken. Sadly, many visitors and tourists daily abuse the system by overstepping the mark, often causing great distress to everyone, including the horses. When they ignore warnings from the guards, the MOD police will warn or arrest an abuser.
Yeah.
If he stomps you out, I'm just gonna laugh. I'm not helping you.
Let's go. Yeah. You are very scary. Hi, bud. Down low. He's not budging.
Mark, you're the most unfunny person I've ever met. Come on.